A simple crush can feel like the biggest, most dramatic story in the world when it's happening to you. But how does a writer actually do that? How do they make us feel every single one of those butterflies and heartbreaks? Well, today, we're going to break down a classic girl meets boy romance to see the storytelling craft at work, especially how changing a simple point of view can turn everything on its head. Yeah, that line just grabs you, doesn't it? It's that one electric moment. This is exactly where our story kicks off, that first glance that feels like it could change everything. So picture this. We're on a 24-hour boat journey. It's sailing from Portsmouth, England, all the way over to Santander in Spain. It's the very first day of a holiday, the sun's out, you know that feeling, where anything seems possible. So who are the key players in our little drama? First, there's Donna, who's on vacation with her family. Then we've got Mark. She spots him on the deck. He's tall, good-looking, but super, super shy. And then there's his brother, Dave, who is the complete opposite, very outgoing. And they're all stuck on this boat together for a whole day and night. It's like the perfect pressure cooker for a holiday romance to brew. Okay, so to really get this, we have to see it from both sides. First up, let's dive in and see this whole thing unfold completely through Donna's eyes. This is her story. And for Donna, wow, it is absolutely love at first sight. The second she sees Mark, the quiet boy on the deck, she is completely hooked. Her whole world just kind of narrows down to him. So from her perspective, the entire day is just this buildup of hope, right? In the morning, she spots him. And then it happens. Their eyes meet. He gives her this little shy smile, and for Donna, time just stops. So that night, of course, she goes to the disco, just hoping, crossing her fingers he'll be there. And then he is. He walks right over and asks her to dance. I mean, it is a literal fairy tale coming true. But you know how these stories go. Just when she's living in this perfect romantic moment out there on the dance floor, the fairy tale completely shatters. She glances over towards the door of the disco, and her stomach just drops. Standing there is another tall boy in a blue and white shirt, with the exact same eyes, the same mouth, but this boy has that quiet, shy face she remembers. And in one horrible split second, she gets it. She's dancing with his brother. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the real Mark sees her. He sees her on the dance floor with his brother, and she can just see the sadness in his eyes before he turns around and just leaves. It is a total disaster, a complete, horrible misunderstanding that feels like it has ruined everything. But wait, hold on. That is only half the story. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's hit rewind on the clock, go all the way back to the boat deck, and see these exact same events again, but this time from Mark's point of view. And right away, we find out something absolutely crucial. Mark noticed her too. He thought she was this really good-looking girl, and he totally saw her looking at him. But here's the catch. He is so incredibly shy that his face goes bright red, and he just can't bring himself to say a single word. And this slide, right here, this is the whole misunderstanding in a nutshell. It's brilliant. When Donna saw a tall boy walk into that disco, she was thinking, he's here, he's looking for me. But Mark gets there a little later, he looks onto the dance floor, and his immediate thought is, oh no, she's with Dave. They're both seeing the same thing, but they are coming to completely opposite and totally heartbreaking conclusions. So yeah, just like Donna, he is absolutely crushed. He leaves the disco, spends the rest of the night just staring out at the sea, and wakes up the next morning convinced he has completely and totally missed his chance. And the killer part? Neither of them has a clue that the other person feels the exact same way. All right, so now we're in Spain. It's the next evening, and our two characters, each one thinking they've completely blown it, are about to cross paths one last time. And wouldn't you know it, just like on the boat, their eyes lock across this crowded town square. And that feeling is back. Time stops again. But this time, something's different. Mark, our super shy Mark, he actually stands up and starts walking towards her. And they meet, their hands touch, and they finally get their dance. You know that feeling you just had? That tension, that frustration of knowing that they both liked each other while they were both so miserable. Well, there's actually a name for that. It's a really powerful storytelling tool called dramatic irony. It's when we, the audience, are in on a secret that the characters aren't. And honestly, it's what keeps us glued to the page. But just when you think you've got it all figured out, that it was all just a happy accident, there's one last twist. We hear from the real architect of this whole situation, Mark's brother, Dave. And it turns out none of this was an accident at all. See, Dave had this whole master plan. Step 1, he saw his brother was completely paralyzed by shyness. Step 2, he creates a catalyst by deliberately asking Donna to dance. Step 3, provokes some jealousy by making sure Mark saw them together. And step 4, force action. He knew a little jealousy would be the kick in the pants his brother needed to finally get over his fear and make a move. And that leaves us with this one last thing to think about. I mean, Dave's plan totally worked, right? Mark and Donna got together. But what do you think? Was he some kind of genius matchmaker who knew exactly what his brother needed? Or was he just a meddling brother who got super lucky? It really makes you think, doesn't it, about that fine line between helping someone and just interfering.